Lambros went down looking to end the game on Thursday. He's swinging here and launches it to deep left center field. Goodbye, baseball! A game-tying 3-run Lamb bomb on Senior Day, and it's 4-4. 0-2 between Milberg and Freeman. He left one hanging, and Freeman sends it into the right field corner. 1 run in. Here comes Knott around third. Greenspan will send the 3rd runner home, and he's gonna score! In 3 at-bats today, Jackson Freeman has 8 RBIs, and Northwestern has double digits in the 3rd inning. 0-2 by Wrights. Wilson gets rung up. And for Jason Wrights, he has a new season high in strikeouts at 7. The 1-2 by Remy. Orr lifts it out to his brother, and Danny robs Jacob of extra bases. It was bound to happen at some point. It comes at maybe the most crucial moment of the game, and just look at that smile. Instead, it's a single for Garade, and now Mason Neville, one of the conference's best, comes up with runners at 2nd and 1st and 2 away. He puts a charge into this one to left center field. Neville has another homer! And it's a historic blast for Mason Neville. His 32nd in an Oregon uniform, the 2nd most in Oregon baseball history. It puts the Ducks up 6-3 in the top of the 5th. Now pitch number 8 between Yeager and Graber. It goes in favor of the freshman. Top of the zone, the high heat. And it's the first 1-2-3 inning in the career for Jake Yeager. That puts Calarco at first. The tying run for Jacob Orr. Into the left field corner again goes Jacob Orr, just like he did earlier in game 1 of the day. Calarco gets the stop sign at 3rd. Jacob Orr's got himself another double as Maryland looks to respond.
Ease the game.
And the first pitch is backhanded by Porter. He throws to Hastings, covering the bag. That's a web gem to begin the 4th for Hollis Porter, who's coming off that home run as well. When Coach Swope and the rest of the Maryland staff saw him in the portal, they knew they wanted to bring him in. And it might be for moments like this. Hill over the fence in right center. His first homer as a Terp. A 2-run shot. McElpatrick made the throw to Council. There was that review of whether he had the ball or lost on the transfer. It was deemed he never had it. But Council's got this one, and he throws to first to double up Jones. 2-1, Wilson on the ground, past a diving LaVue, and into the right field corner. Orr will score from 2nd. Wilson will stop at 2nd. And he's back on track with an RBI double. 2-2 by Ryan on the ground to Hakopian, the shortstop. The flip to his brother. The throw to first. The stretch by Porter. It's an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. 3 innings and back-to-back appearances against Mount St. Mary's and South Florida in the middle of March. And he's got another strikeout. His 3rd of the day, back-to-back for Koshi. This time the backwards K against Cooney. As here goes Kucherak to right center. Lambros set the ball. This ball's gone. This Northwestern offense cannot be stopped. The double for Freeman to bring in 3. Kucherak with the homer to bring in 2. And Northwestern leads by 10. The payoff lined over the glove of Eddie Hakopian. This will be the 3rd run of the day for the Bruins. Here comes Brennan on the RBI single by Roman Martin. His first year in an Oregon uniform. Hill goes to pull side. A spinning play by Cooney gets the first out of the inning, but it does tie the game for Maryland. Aiden Hill picks up an RBI, and just like that, we're back to a 3-3 tied game. The payoff by Hastings with 2 away. He gets another swing and a miss. It's only his 2nd strikeout, but he's through 4 complete innings in his first start at Bob Turtlesmith Stadium. Welcome back to Bob Turtlesmith Stadium for the bottom half of the 6th inning. Nathan Schwartz and Tyler Lochte with you on Big Ten Plus for the regular season finale. Zach Gleason on to pitch for the Scarlet Knights. Gleason's on for his 8th appearance out of the bullpen this year. He's got a 6.82 ERA and 34 1/3 innings.
And he replaces Batista, who was fantastic. So much like Logan Coster did for Maryland, let's see if he can keep it going for Rutgers.
Hollis Porter into the shift on the right side. JT Thompson with the rifle into first base for the first out. Gleason transferred in from Stonehill, where he had a 6.26 ERA across 3 seasons. This is just his 4th appearance in Big Ten play. He's been primarily used in the midweek as a starter. He last threw on Sunday against Penn State, and he loves to work quickly. As you see here, ready to go immediately to face Alex Calarco, who takes strike 1 right down the middle. Calarco's hit the ball in play both times. 2 flyouts to Peyton Bonds in center field. 0-1 by Gleason is destroyed to straightaway right field. Cohen back to the track. Calarco goes deep. Another senior with a senior day long ball. Calarco hits his 19th to put Maryland on top.
It was just a waiting game. Who was going to strike first? No runs since the second. Who else but Alex Calarco, the cherry on top of a fantastic senior year.
In what could potentially be his final collegiate home run. It gives Maryland the lead for the first time since the bottom half of the first inning. It's now 5-4, and another look at this beautiful swing.
104 off the bat. He sent it 406 feet up and out in right field. Cohen could only watch. And like I said, it was only a matter of time before one of these offenses would find a way, Nate. Calarco got that breakthrough.
He breaks the deadlock that we've been at since Elijah Lambros hit the game-tying homer in the bottom half of the second inning. And, of course, it's the seniors on senior day.
Who else?
We've already talked about Eddie Hakopian in search of his home run.
Calarco might be searching for number 20. If he can get another crack at it.
Yeah, we had that nugget earlier about Hollis Porter being the 5th Terp all-time to reach 20 home runs in a single season.
You always want to end the year at that kind of rounded number. Whatever the closest one is, you want to try to get to that threshold.
3-2 to another senior, and Jacob Orr is outside, and he works his 2nd walk of the day.
And you have to give him credit, you know, in that 2 for 23 slump that he is in right now, Nate. He's just finding ways aboard. If you can't do it with the bat, do it with your eye. And Orr is aboard here with 1 out. Maryland with a chance to grow their lead now with the great freshman Paul Jones.
Jones homered yesterday, his 3rd of the season. A 2-run missile down the right field line.
11 hits this year for Jones. 15 runs driven in. He is at his best, it seems, when there's runners on base, and he does a really good job of taking advantage of those situations. And that's something Maryland's really needed this year. He could provide that not only now, but moving forward for the Terps.
And he had one of the best starts to a collegiate career at the plate that I've had the privilege of covering over these last few years. His first at-bat as a Terrapin was a 2-run single the opening weekend against Mercyhurst. Then he came back a week later in his next at-bat, and what does he do? He hits a grand slam.
And then he finishes that game on the mound.
That's right. What a start for Paul Jones II to his collegiate career.
I think he was checking the tire pressure of the bus after the game as well. He's one of those guys that just does everything.
It was a great start, and it's been a great finish to the season for Jones, but it's not over yet. The 1-2 from Gleason is tapped right back to him. His only plays at first, and he makes it for out number 2. Seen the pitchers throughout the series be ready to go when coming off the mound on plays like that. It's also been a relatively clean weekend defensively for both sides, but in particular Rutgers, they've yet to make an error this weekend. Maryland only made one. That came yesterday. Now Orr into scoring position for Aiden Hill, who takes strike one on the outside corner. Aiden, just a junior, coming over from VCU, but he's looking for a hit in the final day of the season. He sends a towering fly ball to center field. Peyton Bonds is there and calls for the baseball. He makes the catch for the third and final out in the inning. But the deadlock is no more. Alex Calarco breaks the ice and puts Maryland back on top. It's 5-4 Terps on Senior Day.